channel, My Yogi Wears Combat Boots. Thanks for watching. I'm going to show you a really basic and simple sequence on your back. I also have a block, so you don't need it, but I'll show you something you can do with it. So to come down on your back, you're over on your hip and you're coming down onto your elbow, not putting too much pressure on your shoulder, and then laying down on your back. And keep your knees bent and just drop those knees side to side, feet on the floor, as wide apart as feels good. You're in charge. So after a couple of those, if it would feel good to you, pick up your feet and rock in circle. Your hands could be on your body or they can be down by your side. Try to feel your whole back body on the mat. And if you're circling, make sure you go in all the directions available to you. All right, let's start with bringing those feet flat on the floor and make sure those feet are only hip distance apart. Try to have your knees pointing up to the sky, and to start with, make sure you get that nice solid base, so you're really trying to open your chest, really spread your collarbone apart by bringing those shoulder blades down. Those shoulders are trying to press against the mat, and then walk your hands, your whole arm down as far away or as close to your feet as you can, so you're moving your shoulders out of your ears. All right, we're going to press into those feet and lift up those hips, coming up to a bridge, and then we're going to lower. You're going to do that a couple times, inhaling and exhaling. Try to keep pushing your buns to the back sides of your legs. And after a few times of lowering and lifting, you're starting to fire up those hip flexors. You're starting to fire up the top of your leg, your buns, and you're breathing here. And here's where, if you want to have a block, I should have had it closer, you're going to bring it to whatever level feels good to you and tuck it right about where your tail would be. And then you're hanging out here, breathing deep. If you don't have a block, that's all right. Still breathe here. Keep trying to pull those buns towards the backs of those legs. Inhale and exhale. Don't use your toes. Really press into the balls of your feet. And then if you do have that block there, make sure you move it out of the way. Press into those feet. Tuck that tail a little bit more. Fire up those hip flexors. Come up a little bit higher. And then I want you to lower down one vertebrae at a time, starting with the top. Keep trying to press those buns into the backs of those legs. And then when you get down, you can completely release and let yourself move in that windshield wiper move, or you're picking up and rocking and circling. And you're still breathing deep, inhaling and exhaling, still trying to feel your whole backside on the mat. You're trying to press your tail down on the mat, trying to bring yourself as long as possible. And then keep one leg hugged in and let the other one extend. Press through both heels, breathe deep. Inhale and exhale. Your hands are gently clasped on the top of that leg. You're not holding on for dear life. Those shoulders are out of your ears. And you can stay right here, but if you want a little bit more engagement, you're going to tuck your chin slightly and raise your shoulders up off the floor, and then let that heel that's extended maybe pop up. And if that's too much, lay it back down. And you can always do with the head down and the heel up, or the opposite. So whatever you're doing, you're breathing deep. And then remember which leg you have up, you're coming down, and you're letting yourself just extend down. Notice how you feel. Is there more energy in that leg that you just worked? And then you're going to do the same thing, other side. Remember, you're not clasping very hard. You are pressing through the heels. You're letting the leg do most of the work. And you're breathing deep. Inhale and exhale. And if you want to add that engagement where you lift and pop. And if you want to make sure that your leg's not doing all the work, jazz hands. Make sure that leg stays back and towards that underarm. All right, release. Let everything go, whatever you had engaged. And then once again, bend those knees and windshield wiper back and forth. Now, this is a really good stretch for your hips, for your back body. So you really want to feel your whole self your whole back body on the mat. Really try to tuck your chin so you get that nice long neck. Feet start flat on the floor, knees bent, and you're gonna pop one ankle on top of one knee, and I want you to engage whatever leg you popped up. I want you to engage from glute to heel. Really feel yourself engage that whole leg. Feel yourself get control of your hips as you press down and away. And then here's where, if you want to go into more engagement, you're going to pick up that foot that's still on the floor. Now, you can reach through. If you need to lift your head, that's fine to get, but you're not gripping too hard. And then you are chucking your chin and bringing yourself down. You're still flexing your feet. You're definitely still trying to engage that glute of that leg of that you popped up. Inhale and exhale. Breathe deep. And then this is a great thing if you have a strap or a towel. All right, bring that foot down, pop that other foot down. Remember which side you did. And then you do a few windshield wipers for a reset. And then back with those feet flat on the floor, knees bent. And then you're popping that other leg, that other ankle on top of that knee. You're engaging from the glute and the hip to the heel. And then you're deciding how much engagement you want in the stretch. Keep trying to press, and you can even gently press against that knee a little bit. Feel yourself engage so you add a little resistance. Inhale and exhale. And then you're going to release whatever you have engaged. Bring both feet down. And once again, do that windshield wiper move to reset. And then roll to one side, whatever hand is in front of your face. Gently press it into the floor in order to come up to a seated position. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you feel the opening in your hips and the engagement in your upper body, and you feel just a little bit more grounded and energized. Thanks for watching.